Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon and good evening. Welcome again to another one of our seniors fitness sessions from home. I'd like to remind you that the time has come where we've got bright, sunny, warm days. A lot of us are out in the garden, spending more time in the sun, especially since we're eager to get outdoors now. Make sure to get enough water in. It's easy to get dehydrated at this time of year. If you're starting to feel like you're aching, especially if you're going to bed at night and you're getting cramps in your feet or cramps in your hips or elsewhere, or especially behind the legs, you're probably not hydrating enough. So make sure to get enough water in. On that note, we'll get started. As always, I want you to start with your feet nice and wide set. Extend your arms out. Stretch the arms out to their greatest wingspan. Then fold at the hips. Bend the knees. Cross those arms over. Raise them as high up as you can. Take a deep breath in, fill up your lungs, and then lower down again. We'll do that 3 times. For 3, deep breath in, and slowly exhale. 2, deep breath in, and slowly exhale. And 1, deep breath in, and slowly exhale. You can stay where you are. You might want to bring your feet a little bit closer. We're going to rotate to the left, twisting as much as we individually can. We're going to pivot on this foot. If you can't twist through your waist, just punch across. But if you can get it all done, we're going to twist, pivot on the foot, rotate through the waist, and punch to the right, and then punch to the left. Make sure you're getting that foot action in there. Don't try to do it with feet that are grounded. You know, when we're moving around, we can't keep our feet grounded all the time. This is just training better movement. To the right, to the left. Twisting, reaching, rotating as much as you can. You can go faster than me. You can go slower than me. Maybe try a few a little lower. Just changing the angle. Maybe try a few that are a little higher, if you can. And then we'll finish right there. Great. I want to work your balance now. I might ask you, or I will ask you to grab a chair. You can just keep it to the side or in front of you for a balance. The first exercise is just a warm-up for the feet. So we're going to do a heel raise. We're going to count from 0 to 20 in 2s, starting from 0. Nice quick pace. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now shake the feet out. The next one is a little bit more difficult. We're going to rise up onto the balls of the feet. Actually keep the feet close together and then rise up. For those of you who can, we're going to open the width of our feet, however wide you want, or narrow, then bring them back together. So it can be small, it can be wide. Regardless, we're going to try and keep on the balls of the feet for as long as we can, for as many of the multiples as we can. If you can't widen the feet, you can just practice either staying on the spot and marching on the balls of the feet, or staying on the spot and shifting weight from one foot to the next. This is going to be a multiple of 0 to 30, starting from 0, and then bring them back in. 3, and bring them back in. 6, and bring it back in. You'll notice I'm always leading with the right leg. 9, when we get halfway through, 12, we're going to switch which the leading leg is. 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Okay, go ahead, take a little break, shake those out, we'll stretch them afterwards. Now we're going to lead with the left foot going in and out. So raise up again, hold the chair if you need to, left leg first. 30, 27, 24. If you take a break halfway through, go ahead, pick up where we leave off. 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0. Okay. We're not quite ready to stretch those yet. I've got one more exercise for you. Stand with the chair to your right hand side so you can grab onto it or touch it. Use that as your point of support. With our left foot, we're going to try and cross it over in front of our right foot. And we're going to point and touch the ground with our toes. Then we're going to take our foot, we're going to point and touch the ground to the left. And then we're going to take our foot and touch the ground behind our right foot. So there's 3 points that we're going to hit. We're going to spell the word disambiguate for every 3 points. So stand on your right leg, get ready. We'll start at D. Take your time. I. If you want to reach more, S. That's another way to make it harder. Flex this knee. If you want to make it easier, A. Just keep those points nice and close to your standing leg. M. B. I know this hip or this foot, this calf, I, it's probably burning by now, especially after the footwork we did. G. It's a harder session for sure today for your feet. U, I believe. A. T. And E. And I'm certain you're all very grateful to get off of that foot and to switch to the other one. So stand on your left foot. We're going to spell disambiguate backwards, starting from E, T, A. Sometimes it's not so easy for me. U, G, I, B, M, A, S, I, and D. That's going to be the last one. Okay. So before I let you finally rest those hips and rest those calves, we're going to do one more balance exercise, and this is a hip strengthening exercise. It's the good old hip hike that I've been liking to have you do more and more often lately. So quick reminder, in its full expression, it's on one hip, on one foot, you start with your hips even, you raise one hip up, or put another way, you bring this hip closer to the wall on your right, and then bring it back again to a neutral position. Never letting it sag in the opposite direction. The point is to keep the hips even at the end point. If you need to, you can drop the other foot and use a little pressure with the ball of this foot to help out. But regardless, I want this hip working. So, stand on your left foot. We're going to raise and drop the hip. And we'll just do that for a nice easy count of 9s, starting from 0. 9. Touch the chair if you need to. 18. It's not going to take away from the exercise. 27 from the quality of it. 36. 45, 34, 43, 50. I really messed that one up, guys. I am so sorry. So let's just finish with 3, 2, I don't know where my mind was. 1, I know where it was. I had this sudden thought that it is a rare and beautiful sunny day. So let's stand on our right foot. I'll do my best to count backwards from 90 with you and 9. Starting from 90, it's the left hip that goes this time. 81, 72, or you can put the foot down if you need to. 63, as long as you're working this hip. 54, 45, 36, 27, 18, and 0. Excellent. So, boy, I'm sorry about missing that one. I hope it makes you all feel better. We all have days where the same exercise can be easier or harder. So we're going to do the last one, the last standing exercise behind the chair. Using this as a support, we're going to raise our right leg as high up as we can and then drop it down. For those of you who would like to work a little bit harder, and I'm thinking specifically about the people who were in my in-person group, because they were always asking me, how can we make this exercise harder? I want to work more. So this is for you. You can stand on a rubber band with both feet. I'm standing on it with both feet. So when you do the lateral leg raise, you've got some resistance added to the weight of your legs. So we're going to count this sequence of numbers forwards and backwards. That's 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 5. Starting with the right leg at 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, and then the last one, do you remember it? That was a 5. So let's switch to the other side. With or without the band. If you use the band the first time, you have to use it the second time. Let's count them backwards at 5, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 1, 1, and 1. You are certainly feeling it. I know I'm feeling that in my hips. You can put the band away. Let's officially do the stretch for the calves. So you're going to want to use a wall. I'm going to demonstrate on my chair here. You're going to want to pick up the ball of your foot and place it against the wall. Not just the toes. Don't just curl the toes up. Really flex the ankle as much as you can. Then you're going to straighten that leg out and you're going to push the hips closer towards the wall, or in my case, the chair. And you should get a nice stretch running up the backside of your left leg. Let's just take 3 deep breaths in to finish the stretch for 3. And breathe out. 2. And out. And 1. Okay, we can switch to the other foot. Get the ball of the foot up. Now I was counting a little bit longer on the other side, so I might as well tell you something before we start the counting while you're holding the stretch. I don't like to hold a stretch until after you've done the appropriate exercise for that given muscle group. It changes your performance of the movement. It changes how your body recognizes what the start and end of that movement is and what the pattern actually is. You might go a little deeper into a movement that you really shouldn't go into it, go into it with that depth. So, and it's just not good to stretch out a muscle when it's cold. So we won't even have to take 3 deep breaths in and out here, because I took enough time talking to you. You can have a seat now. I'd like for you to take this band and step on it with one or both feet. Doesn't really matter which foot, as long as it's coming out the inside. So I guess we should step on it with our right foot. We'll make it a little easier for us today. Put your left hand on top, put your right hand just below the left hand. What we're going to do is raise our arms up on a diagonal away from the right leg, right away from the base point. If you can rotate again at the same time, then add that. It's not necessary, but it's going to make a better quality movement for you. You get a little bit more out of it. So let's do this in a multiple of 11, starting at 0, 11, 22, 33, 44. Try to keep your shoulders from hunching up towards your ears. 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, and 110. Let's now put that band underneath the left foot. Make sure the band's coming out the inside of the left foot. This time we're going to reverse the order of the hands. So the right hand's going to be on top, left is going to be on the bottom. Let's count backwards from 110. Again, either just the arms, 99, 88, or with a rotation through the waist, 77, even better if you're capable, 66, 55, what are we working here? 44, assuming you're keeping your posture upright. 33, it's your core muscles. 22, it's your shoulders. 11, it's your chest. And 0, it's your biceps. It's a lot of muscle for that one. You can toss the band to the side. We're going to do one more exercise for the day. And this one, I'm not going to do a lot of repetitions. We're just going to do between 6 and 8 reps. So you can pause and stop at 6 if it's too much for you and just take a break while the rest of us finish. So we're going to extend our right leg out. And then if we can, actually, I'm going to do it with my left leg so you can see me in profile. I'm going to extend my leg out, and then I'm going to raise it up a little bit higher if I can. Now, if all I'm capable of extending the leg, then that's all I ask that you do. But if you can wiggle it up even a little bit at the end of the movement, great. If you can do that with a little more control, excellent. But if all you can manage is a quick little hike up, that's a great start as well. So we can start. I said right leg originally, so we'll start with the right leg. So let's just do 1, 2, 3. This is our quadriceps, the front of the thighs. 4, and your hip flexors. 5, 6. You should feel it right in the seam of the hip. 7, and the last one. 8. Let's take no rest. Let's do them on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, you can go ahead, put the chair to the side, and grab your bouncy ball. Today we will be bouncing, we won't be tossing. It's going to be a little different format today, so I'm going to ask that you bounce twice with the right hand, and then switch and bounce 2 reps with the left hand. Every single solitary bounce counts as a number, so we're going to count in 5, so this would be 0, 5, and then switch for 10 and 15 and so on and so forth. I'm bouncing with my right and catching with my right. If you need to bounce with your right and catch with both, go for it. I only advise that you keep the knees flexed and the hips flexed as well, so your reaction time is going to be a little better and you're also more stable. When your limbs are all extended, you can't react as quickly and you're less stable as well. You're more likely to lose balance. So let's do a multiple of 5, starting with the right hand, 2 in a row for 0. 5, give yourself a chance to catch it too. Switch sides. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Keep counting backwards now. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. I hope that you're noticing from session to session that you're losing that ball a little less often. It doesn't have to happen quickly. That is all for today, everyone. I had quite a good time with you. I'm definitely feeling it in my hips at this point. I hope you are as well. I'll see you again for another session in a few days' time. Hope you have a great few days in the meantime.